Good old Sonic Arm music. Oh, hold on. Yep, there we go. God damn this microphone. Hey everybody, we are back again with Random Renders, the one streaming series that everyone seems to love for some reason. Alright, who we got in here? Let's see, we've got Green TDA90, he was the first one, good to see you, Green. Who else? We got Ramos Mayor, hello. Sharuto the Hedgehog, what's up? Let's see, Keldo's here, Metal's here, Nova's here, Minty Tails is here. We've got quite a few in here today. Let's see. Hey, thank you all for coming. Let me just change this over. SFM booted up pretty quickly today for once. But anyways, so yes guys, sort of, last week of June, technically, I didn't forget about this, don't worry. Bit of a mess. Oh, it's interesting, the particle effects haven't kicked in yet. Let me just slide that through. There we go. Alright, let's see. Hi, first time here. Well, welcome, Zach the Robot. I hope you enjoy this. Let's see. So, I'm sure for those who are new here and who are unfamiliar with what Random Renders is, basically, I allow the chat to give me prompts or different stream ideas to make a render out of, and, well, I make it. I won't do anything that's not safe for work, though, so just bear that in mind, but just go crazy, guys. Fire them at me. Let's get this underway. In the meantime, we'll turn these off. I think Metal's already got a request for me lined up. Let's see. Okay, here is a list that will be epic. First, Optimus and Sonic versus Nemesis Prime and Sonic the EXE. Second, Super Sonic and Super Shadow versus Devastator and Menasor. And third, Devastator and Menasor arm wrestling. Ooh, okay. I'm not sure if I'll get to that today, to get to all of them today, Metal, but I will, yeah, I'll at least do one of those. Let's see. I kind of like the idea of Devastator and Menasor arm wrestling, so we'll do that one first. Something nice and simple to start off. Let's see. Any new models? Not that I'm aware of, Keldo, at this point, because no one's really requested anything like that's required new models, so as far as I'm aware, nothing new. Self-day gaming on my game today. This should help. Hopefully it didn't go too bad for you, Green. Let's see. Are you still doing Sonic in the Autobot series? Yes, Sharuto, that is still happening. I have not abandoned that at all. It does take time though, so the next episode, I haven't, well, it's still in pre-production phase, I'm still, we're still in the process of, recording all the lines and everything, so it's still quite a ways off, so don't expect it for several months, but it is coming, so, as I say every time, guys, the series has not been abandoned or anything, it does take time, but it takes time to finish a video, so yeah. In the meantime, let's just get a box real quick. Here we go, perfect. How big's this box? Box. For a second I thought it said boxerometer. It's box iron. An iron box. Okay. So we'll bring this up to here. That's good. Okay. Let's see. Okay. How does Rise of the Beast stack up to the rest of the Transformers films? Zach, I freaking loved Transformers Rise of the Beast. Screw the Bay films. That's a Transformers movie, in my opinion. Yeah, Stephen Caple Jr. has done us proud. I'm so happy with Rise of the Beast. I'm planning on seeing it again next week, because it's finally out in Australia. But, yeah. So, yeah, I'm already making plans to see it again, probably with mates this time around, but, let's see, where's Devastator? Because all this is from Transformers. Here it is. Right here. Okay, there we go. Here's the big guy. Also, let me know if the music's too loud, guys. Let's see. Look at him here. I'll have to probably shrink the model down a bit because he's, quite big. Well, actually, hold on. I can probably move the camera up to here. Yep, and I'll get Menasor as well. Let's see. Here he is. First result. Let's see. What we got here? How about Tails and Cosmo both tucked the chairs by Amy because she wanted to admit that. Yeah, man, we'll see if we can get to that one, Minty Tails. That one's pretty interesting. I don't know why Amy would do that, but, Well, maybe, I don't know. I guess it depends which Amy we're talking about here. Which continuity. I won't recommend requests. It's just stressful. It's okay, Green. It's fine if you can recommend things. What do you think of Miraculous Tales, Ladybug, and Katnior? I'm not familiar with that, Jonathan, actually. So I don't really have an opinion on that. See, Rise of the Beast better than Bumblebee? Yes, Sack the Robot. I did enjoy Bumblebee a lot, don't get me wrong. But, you know, Rise of the Beast had a lot more action in there. There was a lot more characters. And, yeah, so it's just overall, it was just a much bigger step up than Bumblebee. But I still enjoy Bumblebee a lot. Like, you know, Travis Knight was the one that sort of was the one that saved us from Michael Bay. And Stephen Caple Jr. is the one that's carrying us home, I suppose you could say. In a way, in some ways. Oh, and speaking of which, guys, now that Rise of the Beasts is out now, I'm gonna be, you know, sort of discussing spoilers and everything now, because, like, I just figured I'd point that out. So, like, you know, if you guys haven't seen the film yet and you get spoiled, I apologize, but now that it's been out for a couple of weeks, I'm just sort of gonna, you know, chains are off. Like, you guys are free to talk about it. Okay, so we'll get the camera here. Let's get that square if we can. How you doing, by the way, Ruiamus? I'm no Prime Nova, but I appreciate the compliments. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. You know, today's been pretty sunny. Sort of been doing a bit of planning. I did a bit of planning for episode 4, and also working on some other stuff in the meantime as well. Because that's the one good thing when in between episodes, I'm able to work on other content rather than just Sonic and the Autobots. Like, as much as I love working on Sonic and the Autobots, you know, I want to make more things than just that. So, basically, that's sort of why. So, I've sort of been working on some other things in the meantime. I'm mostly in Blender as well, because I want to get more familiar with Blender and you sort of, you know, make that my full-time software. Alright, so we'll get Devastator here. Alright, here we go. Let's see. What about Sonic and Godzilla versus Metal Sonic and Mechagodzilla? Unfortunately, that's not going to be possible, Shiruto, because as I kind of said before, you know, it's unlike a drawing where I could simply draw them. This is done in 3D, so I don't have a model for Godzilla or Mechagodzilla. So I wish that could be possible, but unfortunately that is not, so. Let's hope Rise of the Beast surpasses, or at least passes 4 million. Well, why? Because the sequel will be greenlit. Yeah, I agree. But I think given all the praise it's getting, I'd be kind of surprised if a sequel, you know, wasn't already kind of in the works. I'm sure they've already got plans, but, you know, you're right. You know, a sequel, you know, it would be nice if one was greenlit. But the movie, it's doing pretty well at the box office, though, lately. Like, cause I don't know if you guys have seen, but it's been getting praised as things like one of the best movies in recent weeks, so that's good to it's pretty good. Speaking of movies, actually, me and some mates are gonna go see the new Indiana Jones film this afternoon, actually. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not overly optimistic about the new Indy film. I mean, we're gonna go see it because we're big Indiana Jones fans, but to be honest, we're not overly optimistic. We're kind of just sort of expecting it. We're hoping it's better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but no, we're not really expecting much. But we're just sort of gonna go. It's like one of those things. You just go see it regardless to see if it really does live up to what people say. You know, I'll make some tweaks to this in a bit. Let's see. Justin Pritt just came in. Hello, good to see you, mate. Louis hanging out with the aerial bots. Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually. That'd be cool, actually, because I've got models for Jetfire and Air Raid, as you guys probably saw in episode 3, for those that saw that. So that could be possible. I can maybe even do the whole Tornado Squad hanging out with them, because that'd be kind of cool. Let's see. See, Randon just came... Oh, Radin, sorry, just came in. Good to see you, mate. It's been a little bit since I've seen you. What else have we got? Also, KO10, good to see you. I'm glad I got here and not late unlike the last 2 streams. So it doesn't matter if you come in a bit late. Like, the streams are always archived, so you guys can go back and watch them if you want to. So this will be kind of hard with Menasaw's arm, because as you guys can see here, it kind of like shields his face. I'll see what I can maybe do, though. So let's get this here. Can I bring this down? There we go. You guys probably know I often complain about Sonic character proportions. And whilst, yes, the Transformers are much more, you know, much more human proportions, but still with all these, you know, vehicle parts and everything, it can be kind of a mess to deal with as well. But you know what? It's fine. I make this stuff because I like it. Let's see. We'll get some Devastator in a little bit. And Devastator looks a little bit bigger from this angle. Let's see. I'm going to see the new Indiana Jones movie too. Oh, that's cool, Steven. Yeah, again, I'm not super optimistic compared to, like, when you look at the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which was the last one that came out, but, you know, we're still gonna go see it. Like, it's one of those things, like, I mean, when it came to, like, the Star Wars sequels, like, we weren't, after, you know, The Last Jedi, we weren't optimistic about The Rise of Skywalker, but, you know, we still went to see it regardless. And to be honest, we probably regret that now, given what Disney's done, but I'm gonna spare you guys that. I've ranted on about Star Wars too many times in these streams, to be honest. Just cue Michael coming in. At this point of the stream, he normally comes in with these moments. Let's see. Maybe Air Raid could save Rui from 3 Conehead Seekers. Oh, that's not a bad idea, Keldo, but the thing is, Rui's plenty capable pilot on his own. Like, he knows how to dogfight, so, like, I'm sure he could hold his own against the Coneheads, and any of the Seekers for that matter. Let's... Oh, yeah. We've got some pretty good content coming up, though, for the rest of, well, for most of... We'll sort of in pretty soon. Again, like I said, guys, episode 4 is still quite a ways off. That's like several months away. But essentially, I've got plenty of other content planned in the meantime, and hopefully you guys will like it. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. Who do you think will really win an arm wrestling match of this render? Hard to say. I'm gonna give it to Devastator though, because he's got 6 bots, whereas Menasau's just 5. But that's the only reason. Like, that's my only logic. I don't know who is technically stronger or anything. Like, you know, they're both combiners, and, like, you know, it is what it is, really. So we'll give him a sneer. There we go. Wait, can I do something here? There we go. And we'll give one to Menosaurus. Actually, let's move his face up a little bit. I can just picture this is how Megatron, like, you know, tests the strength of his combiners. Alright, there we go. Actually, it looks pretty good. So, I've got this first one done quickly. It hasn't even been 20 minutes yet. Okay, actually, I'm going to reframe this just a little bit. There we go. Just so we can get a bit more Devastator in there. And let's put a light in, just to lighten it up a little. So here, we'll wind that out. That's way too intense. There we go. That looks better. Okay, we'll do this one here. Call this Combine Arm Wrestle. I'll tell you what, we got that one done quick. Wrestly. There we go. Done. Let's see. Oh, what are you guys saying in here? Scroll back through the chat. What do we have? Let's see. Let's see, I never thought I'd see 2 Decepticon combiners arm wrestling. Well, there you go, Lerpack. Let's see. Unlike the other Decepticon combiners, Menasor can't keep himself together because his components are never in sync with another. Most Stunticons don't even get along. Yeah, I was aware of that, Steven. But you're right. So maybe, yeah, Devastator would have an advantage, but, you know. Speaking about the aerial bots, will we see Tails hang out with one of them since Tails pilots the Tornado? You'll have to wait and see, Justin Pritt. I've got some pretty big plans with the aerial bots, though, because they are amongst some of my favorite Autobots in Transformers overall. Like, because for those of you guys that don't know, I'm a huge Top Gun fan, so pretty much anything aviation-related gets me excited, so yeah. Expect a bit from the aerial bots, well, particularly Air Raid and Jetfire in the series. Shame, I've very mixed feelings about it because I thought James Mangold would really save it. Oh, you're talking about Rise of the Beast, Zach? Well, that's fine. If Rise of the Beast was very mixed for you, that's fine. Everyone's got their own opinions, but the majority is, of course, I think, in favor of it, which is good. Do you like Open Your Heart? If so, which version is your favorite? Because there's a bunch. Mine's the Generations 2011 version. That's a cool version, Minty Tails. For me, it's probably just the original version. But I do like the Bentley Jones remix a lot as well. And the Generations one I like quite a bit as well. Let's see. So Rui, who's your favorite DC or Marvel character? I'm not a huge superhero guy, KO, but I'll probably just say for DC, Superman, and Marvel will do Thor. Hopefully that's enough. Again, I'm not a huge superhero guy. Let's see. What else do we have in here? Maybe Tangle, Whisper, Bulkhead, and Air Raid could be watching TV while Ultra Magnus is face slapping the ground. Well, I don't have Bulkhead or Ultra Magnus, unfortunately. I do have Tangle, Whisper, and Air Raid, though. What did I miss? Nothing much, Keyseek. We just did the first render. But anyway. Also, what do you think what do you think how Transformers 1's art style will be? I'm curious, Mr. Lurpak, as to how that will play out, but, yeah, I'm pretty keen to give it a shot, because, like, I'm not sure if it's gonna be, like, because we've seen some silhouettes and everything, but we haven't gotten a full grasp on it, so I'm not too sure what it's gonna be, but hey, we'll just wait till more leaks come out. Speaking of which, there's been rumors that, at one of the upcoming, game conventions, that there could be a new leak for, Transformers Reactivate, the new game coming out, which I'm really hoping we get, because I'm super excited for that game. But yeah, hopefully we can get more stuff on that. Let's see. Who would win, Sonic or Optimus Prime? Good question, Sharudo. I've got a bias, I'm gonna have to give it to Optimus. Like, I know Sonic's really quick, and he would definitely win a race, but... You know, and yeah, sure, like someone said, well, what about Sonic with the Chaos Emeralds? Well, sure, but the thing is, Optimus, he's got the Matrix of Leadership, which he used to blow up Unicron, mind you, so, yeah, that's just what would give Optimus the win for me, but still, they're both very capable fighters, and as you guys can see in my series, they prefer to work together, not fight each other. Let's see. Did you watch Across the Spider-Verse yet, and what you feel about it? Yeah, I have seen Across the Spider-Verse, actually. I saw it the other week. Really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it Across the Spider-Verse, make sure you guys go check it out. I really enjoyed it. And again, I'm not a huge superhero guy, but I really enjoyed Across the Spider-Verse. I liked the first one as well, but I think the second one was better in my opinion. So yeah, go check it out. No Dial of Destiny, not Rest. Oh, you're talking about Dial of Destiny, Zach. Yeah, sorry about that, yeah. Okay, so yeah, kind of mixed about it. Okay, that's fair enough then. That's kind of what my first impressions are, like having not seen it yet, but we'll see when we go on. But like I said, I'm not overly optimistic. You know, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was pretty rubbish, and but yeah, anyway. But I think I might try what Minty Tails said before with, with Amy and Cosmo, Amy Tails and Cosmo. That's kind of like, I don't like, it's interesting because, like, as I said, I couldn't really picture Amy doing that, but I mean, this is what this stuff's meant to be. It's meant to be random, so we'll do it. Tails and Cosmo and Amy. This is interesting. Okay, so we'll get some shares first. Whoops, what happened there? NORAD, let's see, furniture pack. Here we go. This should be fine. Whoops, that's the light. Where's the chair? There it is. Nice, Devastator armor, Sling Menace. Yep, that's what we were doing there, Roy. Good to see you as always, mate. Let's see. This is probably one of my favorite tracks from Sonic Colors, if I'm honest. Excluding, like, some of the, like, non-vocal tracks, like, because, Reach for the Stars and everything was a real bop. Now, speaking of Sonic music, though, did you guys hear that, the Symphony World Tour has gotten more locations announced? I'm really, really excited about that, because whilst, yes, no locations for Australia have been announced yet, they said more are coming. And I'm hoping that we'll get some Australian locations, because when they first announced the world tour and it was just LA and London, I was pretty pissed, because I was like, that's not a world tour if it's just 2 locations. Like, come on, mate. Like, you got to do, like, every continent, all across the continent, sort of thing. But yeah, I'm really excited, but for that. But anyways, yeah, hopefully we get some Australian locations announced soon. Let's see. Right back, no worries, Sharudo the Hedgehog. Sonic Dreamer came in. Hi, not having a good day. Oh, I'm sorry, Sonic Dreamer. Yeah, hopefully it's okay. Let's see. Amy's supposedly the love expert. Well, I get that, Minty Tails, but, you know, still. I have, and it sucks that I won't be able to go to one. Oh, really, Justin? Oh, no. I'm sorry, mate. Why, is one not in your location, or... Because I know some people, like, I know some people, like, were kind of miffed that it didn't come out to Florida. Like, well, at least no Florida locations were announced yet, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm holding out that we'll get one in Australia. Because again, like, they announced that there was one coming to Japan, which was, you know, not surprising, because Sonic came from Japan, but, you know. But still, like, But yeah, you know. It is what it is, really. We'll just have to hopefully keep... I'm just keeping everything crossed. My fingers, my toes, my legs, everything. That we'll get a symphony in Australia. It's funny, just seeing Cos right now, it's reminding me of Shadow 759's latest animation. If you guys haven't seen, go watch it. It was about another Seedrian named Starla, and like how like the fight she had with Modern Amy and Boom Amy. But yeah, guys, go watch it if you haven't. Big shout out to Shadow, you know, big fan of his work, and yeah, he's been helping me a lot with my stuff as well. Let's see, hold on, I think Michael came in, let's see. Do you ever stop to wonder what's going on inside Big the Cat's head? You know what, Michael? Believe it or not, sometimes I do, actually. I do that quite a bit, actually. What do you think about the new game Sonic Superstars? I like the look of it, Minty Tails. I think it, I'm not sure if I'll get it immediately. Because, I'll be honest with you guys, it reminded me a lot of, the new Super Mario Bros. Games. But yeah, like, I'm definitely keen on it. I'll probably look into it, but I can't guarantee I'll get it or not, because if I were to get it, I'd want to see if maybe some of my mates could get it. But then again, I'm like the only hardcore Sonic fan in my group, so like again, this is like my IRL friends, of course. If it's got online multiplayer though, and like, you know, some of my other Sonic friends, you know, get it, then I'll probably end up getting it. But you know, it just depends, because again, I'm hoping it's got online multiplayer and that it's cross-platform. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm liking the look of it. Like, it looks more promising than, say, Sonic Origins. Because believe it or not, guys, I did not get Sonic Origins. I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't really feel the need to get Origins, just because, like, I've already got remasters on PC, so I'm like, what's the point of getting Origins? Like, I know someone will say, well, what about the cutscenes and everything? I'm like, yeah, but is that it? Like, I wasn't super keen on Origins, and I know Origins Plus we got Amy, but still. I'd just rather, you know, save my cash for some other stuff. Let's see, so what else are you guys saying here? Let's see. It will be, but I won't have the money to go. Oh, okay, I see, Justin Pre. Yeah, that sucks. Let's see. Have you seen Rise of the Beast? Yes, Optimus Primal, I have. And you did pretty well in there, Primal. Waspinator possessed by Starscream. It is... I command Starscream to set complete. Is that a Beast Wars reference there, Roy Pythor? What? Starscream possessed Waspinator. See, Sonic Dreamer, I see you got a little problem there, mate. Just please don't bring any outside drama into the stream chat. That is one of the stream rules. I understand you're probably dealing it tough, but just please don't bring any drama in here, if that's possible. Not to be rude, but I think you kind of messed up one of the colors of the Chaos Emeralds in... I mean, the orange one was supposed to be yellow. Yeah, Steven, I'm well aware of that, and don't worry, I saw that mistake myself. When I looked at it in the viewport, it said it was yellow, but when I did the render, it came out, it's like that orangey color, so you're right, I'm well aware of the mistake. And look, I can't take full blame for that, because like I said, Blender just sort of, it showed me it was yellow in the viewport, but when I rendered it out, it became orange. And I felt tempted to go back and change it, but ultimately, guys, that render for the Chaos Emeralds, because it was done in cycles in Blender, that took, like, I think 4 hours for that little sequence alone to render. And I had to render it twice, mind you, so, yeah, ultimately, I just kind of thought, nah, you know what, screw it, I'm not doing this again. And yeah, and that's not the only emerald, like, another emerald in there that was meant to be purple came out more magenta pink, so, yeah, I know I kind of screwed that scene up a little bit with the colors, but I think most people liked it. And for those who are wondering, yes, that scene was based off of Super Mario Bros. Z. What else do we have in here? Let's see. Wow, there's a lot of people in here today. I prefer Lego Sonic sets releasing soon. Oh yeah, that's fair enough. I maybe get some of those actually. You know, it's funny. In the Sonic Central, I saw a lot of the new merch, like a lot of the new T-shirts and everything. And man, guys, I felt tempted to get a lot of those. Because I've got some Sonic T-shirts, but some of those ones looked really good. So yeah, I'm feeling tempted to pick those up, and I kind of want to get one of those like Sonic phone holders as well, because you know, I think that would be pretty cool to have like on my bedside table. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna line this one up here a bit. Okay. Let's see. We have a question again for the series. Will you ever see Dark Sonic in the series? If not, that's fine. I'm just curious. You'll have to wait and see, Justin Pritt. I appreciate you guys asking these questions, but I'm not really going to reveal anything down the road. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. Like, I'll say some things, like, you know, some characters have been confirmed and everything, but for the most part, I don't want to spoil anything. I'm certainly not opposed to bringing in Dark Sonic. There are no plans at this point, but I do like Dark Sonic. I know it's a bit of like a scary form and everything, but I do like the concept of Dark Sonic, so I'll have to see if maybe there's a way I can bring him in. But again, I can't confirm or nor deny the fact if he's going to be in the series or not. Because whilst I've got the general layout for the series planned, the episodes themselves are all subject to change slightly. Like, that's something, like, ironically, episode 4 didn't really change much from the initial concept, because my co-writer, Wade Motions, shout out to Wade, he was pretty pleased with what the episode was, so yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for you guys to see it. I will confirm this, episode 4 is probably going to be the biggest episode yet, so it's going to be a while till it sees the light of day, but, you know. But hey, I appreciate you guys' patience, and the love and support just means the world to me. So yeah, just thank you guys as always. Let's see. You're in space, what ship would you be with? Cosmos or Skylink Steel? But, ooh, good question. Skylinks has got more room, but, actually, you know what? Can I say Omega Supreme? Does that count? Autobot unit? Because he technically transforms into a spaceship. Can I say Omega Supreme? Like, in G1, he transforms into a spaceship. In Transformers Animated, he's the Autobots' main ship, which was one of the biggest surprises that I didn't see coming when I first saw that series as a kid. But, you know, yeah. Lights, camera, action. Fair enough, I can't wait to see the surprises nonetheless. Thank you, Justin. The support means the world to me. Let's see. Which form is scarier, Dark Sonic or Fleetway? I'm not super familiar with Fleetway, to be honest, Minty Tails, so I'm just going to say Dark Sonic, but I'm not entirely sure, really. Like, again, I haven't read too many of the comics. Like, the only comics I'm really familiar with is IDW. Like, I haven't read much of Archie, just because the Archie comics didn't really appeal to me. And yeah, like, yeah, IDW is where I'm at. That's just, to me, arguably the best Sonic comic series, but again, everyone's got their own opinions, so, you know, if you guys like Archie, that's totally fine. They're just not for me. Okay, I'm gonna try and get... I can't believe I'm doing this right now. But again, this is also what these streams become. I think that's why people love them, will love these particular streams, just because of how cursed they become. And you know what, I might make Tails a little bigger. He's still quite small. There we go, that's better. Speaking of which, I've been thinking of rewatching Sonic X lately. Let's see. I do have another idea, but that's going to be in a future stream. Optimus B, Sideswipe, Wheeljack, Grimlock versus Megatron. Oh, wow, yeah. Nova. I don't know if I'd be able to do that one, to be honest, because, like, I mean, it's a great idea, don't get me wrong, but it's very, very large scale. And to be honest, I don't really like to do more than, like, 4 characters, because it takes too long. So again, I love the idea, but ultimately it would just take too long, I reckon, so, you know. Let's see. Do you know about the Omega Lock in Transformers Prime, Steven? Yes, I do. Who's your favorite Transformers combiner? Mine's Victorion. That's a good one there, Symbionic Titan. My favorite would be Superion. I have a funny idea for a render, but I'll hold on to it for something if you aren't able to do. Well, feel free to share it with me, Michael, and we'll see. Okay, now let's get Amy in here. The so-called love expert here, as Minty Tails put it. Let's see. Sonic Prime Season 2 is going to be good. I'm hoping it will be, CEC TV and stuff. Like, I'll admit, Sonic Prime, it wasn't terrible, in my opinion. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but, you know, I kind of had high hopes for it. It didn't really hit the high marks I was hoping it would. Like, I was hoping it would maybe rival Sonic X, and it didn't really. Plus, I'll admit, I was quite disappointed we didn't get Silver or Blaze in there, because it's like, you know, it's an interdimensional thing, and, like, that would have been the perfect time to bring them in. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll get a plot twist, because for those that saw the new trailer for Sonic Prime, like, you know, Metal Sonic was revealed and everything, so who knows? Maybe we will see Silver and Blaze, but I'm not optimistic. Let's see. What else do we have in here? Still wish there was a Season 4. Yeah, Sonic X, I mean, honestly, I think it ended off on a high note, but I get why some people, like, they don't really want shows to end if they do really well, so I can understand that. I had plans to watch Sonic X a while back, but I kept getting sidetracked. Yeah, that's okay, Mr. Letback, but yeah. Season 3 is arguably the best, because, like, that to me is the closest thing we'll get to a Sonic Transformers crossover, officially. Not Sonic X, Sonic Prime is better to me. If anyone likes that show, I'm sorry for insulting, but it's my opinion. Well, it's okay, there, Green. Like, if you prefer Sonic Prime, that's fine, but to me, Sonic X, that was, like, that's the best Sonic show ever. But then again, everyone's got their own opinions, so no need to discriminate. Let's see, who else we got? Let's see. Oh, Trigger's in here. Good to see, as always, 3 strikes. Let's see. Who would you select, Scourge or Megatron? Megatron. I'll take him any day of the week. Let's see. Jesus, lots of people in the chat right now. Let's see. Shockwave getting his hands on Whispers. Whispers? Oh, I mean the Wisps? Yeah. That'd be interesting, Keldo. Like, seeing Shockwave experiments on them. Oh, the Omega Lock from Cybertron. Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen Transformers Cybertron, so I forgot about that one. Let's see. My god, the chat's going so quickly. Silver's never going to make it into films. I wish he would, Minty Tails, because Silver's among one of my favorites, but I don't know. Sega just doesn't really use him that much. I think it's just because pretty much nearly every time they bring him into a game, the game's kind of bad. Like, you know, Sonic 06, you know, for example. I'd say Silver was one of the positive things that came out of Sonic 06, but still. But then again, you know, the other mainstream title he was in, like, sure, he appeared in Generations, like a boss fight and everything, but the other mainstream game he was in was Sonic Forces, and even then, we didn't really get to see him in much glory there. But, you know. But Amy looks a bit too big here, actually. Hold on. I'm trying to get this in a good spot here. Let me raise her up a little. Here we go. Because I think I know what I want to do for this pose. What else do we have? Sega doesn't like Silver, apparently. Poor boy's not getting the attention he deserves. I agree, like, he's actually a really cool character with some cool abilities and everything. I think it's just because there's a lot of people, let's see. What was I going to say? Yeah. I think it's just because, like I said, I think just because there's some people out there that aren't particularly fond of Silver. I think just because, I think some people think he's just like a copy of Trunks and everything, which I know he kind of is, but hey. I think he's still unique in his own right. But still, like I said, I wish Silver would get a chance in the spotlight a little more. Because for those who don't know, he's my third favorite Sonic character behind Sonic and Shadow. Hell yeah, you know I'm very strange. Yep. How about your OC staring into a camera while smiling and pointing a... What prompted that, Michael? What came up with that idea? I mean, technically my OC has used guns before. If you guys have seen the Zombot Apocalypse animation I put up last Halloween, that's, like, technically he technically does know how to use a gun. Or if you guys saw the latest blooper animation, you know, he pulled out an M16 in on Amy and Wade, but you know. Yeah, that's funny. Always my #1 fave Sonic character. He's the best boy. Well, you're not alone there, Mr. Lifepack. He's a big favorite. Like, I know lots of people who love Silver a whole lot. So, like, yeah, you're definitely not alone there. I feel like Silver was nerfed in Forces. He would have held himself against Infinite. I agree. Yeah, he should have been, like, much more effective in Forces. But then again, you know, I think we could be here for ages talking about all the different flaws that Forces had. It had the potential to be something great, but it just didn't really get there. Though, as most of you guys will know, I did have, As most of you guys will know, though, I do have a slight soft spot for Forces, just because without that game, Tornado Squad probably wouldn't have become a thing, so, you know. In some ways, I'm kind of grateful it exists, but, you know, there were so many things that could have been done better. Yeah, if you guys haven't played the Sonic Forces Reimagined, like a fan game, it's really good. It really sort of shows what Sonic Forces could have been, in my opinion. We'll just get Amy looking at these two here. This will be interesting. I really have no idea. Let's see. I'm gonna say, love the one of your older animations with the Hyper Tornado versus Wyvern. Could have been better if it was the XO72 instead. But yeah, hey, it was the best I could do there, Trigger. Also, Steven the Fox just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Let's see. I need to finish this off. I'm getting a bit sidetracked here talking to you guys, but I like to talk to you guys. Let's see, my old channel got terminated, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry, Sim Bionic Titan. Hopefully, I'm sorry that happened. Yeah, YouTube's, you know, YouTube will be YouTube. That's all I'm saying. Yo, what's up, and no prob. Yeah, thank you, Steven. Every subscriber really helps. We're getting, I think we're getting close to 37k, which is pretty ridiculous. I know it's still quite a ways off, but before we know it, like, we'll get to, like, before we know it, we'll get to 50k, because we're not that, we're about, like, 13k subs away from that, so, I mean, still a little ways off, but, you know, if the channel keeps growing the way it has been, I'm sure we'll get there eventually. And I'm actually going to look up here. Again, I need to change the face a little bit. So here, yep, and here we go, yep. I have to send this to Shadow later. He does a lot of things with Cosmo and Tails, for those who don't know. What was your introduction to Sonic? Good question, Zach the Robot. My introduction to Sonic was actually Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. It's sort of, I played a couple of Mario games before, but then when I got a Nintendo DS for like my 7th birthday or 8th birthday, I can't remember which, but you know, I did get a Nintendo DS with the first Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, and yeah, I played a lot of that. Particularly a lot of, I initially played a lot of the Mario characters, but then I tried some of the Sonic characters, and when I saw how quick Sonic was in a 100-meter sprint, I'm like, whoa, this guy's cool. And then before long, I sort of, you know, I picked up the sequel, you know, Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics, and then, yeah, basically, I just sort of eventually got into Sonic through there. Let's see. What else do we have? Hey, Rui, you got any ideas on how many episodes of Sonic and the Autobots we'll have? Roland, I've got several story arcs planned for the series as a whole, and right now we're just in the first one, so I can't really say how long the series is going to drag on for, but I'm planning on making episodes for that for a long time, so I wouldn't really stress. The series isn't exactly going anywhere. Actually, I want to kind of show... Actually, you know, I'm going to bring... Oh, actually, yeah, I'll bring Amy up a little bit. I can adjust the camera. Because I want to, because you can't really tell what she's doing, like... Well, since you can't see her mouth, but, you know, I'll fix that real quick. Put that here. So right here. And then we'll just go ahead and we'll give her a pretty sneaky grin on her face. Like this. There we go. She's like, I'm watching you two. Like she knows. She can see the potential. Yeah, I think Tailsmo's a big favorite amongst, like, it's arguably the best sort of Tails or the ship yeah, words. I always get tongue-tied. Okay, we'll just do this one here. What should we call this one? We'll just call it Amy's interrogation. Interrogation. There we go. Okay. Hopefully I spelled that correctly. Oh, the eyelids. Shoot, hold on. I gotta get that fixed. Damn SFM. Oh yeah, what I'm made of. This is my jam. Yeah, you're right, Minty Tails. I love this song a whole lot too. Okay, where is the eyelids? Pay me, there we go. Eyelids. Hi, there we go. Okay, let's see. Is this better? That's better. Okay. Hey, Rui, be honest with me. Should I only stream in Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, or stream in Thursdays and Tuesdays? That's up to you, Nova. Just do whatever's best for you. Like, just all I say is don't overdo it. Like, because the last thing you want to do is burn yourself out. That's why I limit myself to, like, one stream a week most of the time, unless I feel like doing another one. Like, and speaking of which, I do want to do some more streams, like, with my mates again. Like, you know, some of those gaming streams that we normally used to do, because we haven't done one of those for a while. That's mostly because my mates were busy with uni, but hey, they're getting a bit free now, so we should be able to do some stuff. I guess the idea for my render sort of came from when I was thinking about Sonic Zombies. No clue why. Wait, Sonic Zombies, you mean talking about Bellini Productions show, or are you talking about the Zombot Apocalypse, like the one I made? Because, like, I mean, I know what you mean, like, you know, how Shadow the Hedgehog, like, had the gun and everything, but, you know. Let's see. Imagine if you're going to a planet, what would it be and why? Probably Saturn, just because I really like the rings. I'd probably just give it to Saturn. I actually saw you in a different stream. What are you talking about there, Metal? What do you mean? Are you talking about me or someone else? Let's see. Also, Autobot Unit, I'm just gonna ask you there, mate. I answered your question, yes, but just take it easy on the spam there, mate. Yeah, there you go. That's better. So you just removed that comment. But yeah. Yeah, guys, just take it easy on the spam. If I missed your question, don't take it personally. It's just, you know. Let's see. Bellini Productions? Yeah, okay. I had a feeling you were talking about Steve there, Michael. Yeah, for those who don't know, I got to meet him at Sonic Revo. Really nice guy. I mean, to be fair, everyone there at Sonic Revolution was really nice, but you know. Okay, so next up, I think I'm gonna do what I think it's what Keller suggested earlier. It was Rui on my Sonic OC hanging out with the aerial bots. So I've no way I can do this. So we'll get him. Okay, disregard that model. If you guys are wondering, I don't know if you guys saw that, but yeah, that's he's got a different outfit. Like for an upcoming video I'm working on. So I'm not gonna say much, but yeah, let's just say you'll get to see Rui in a new light in an upcoming animation. Okay, oh, there he is again. Okay, where's the Hyper Tornado? There it is. Here we go. So I'll just park this here. And here's what we'll do. Actually, that's fine. We'll just move the camera to here. Here's what we'll do. Let's see. We're going to Sonic Revolution Online. We'll see, Roland. Given I already did the physical one, we'll see, but I'm not sure if I'll have the time to do the online one. I would like to. I've done the online one before, but we'll see if I have the time. Actually, I should probably see him like this. But again, because I did the physical one, I don't really feel a huge urge to do the online one, but we'll see. BRB Decepticon attack on my base again. Alright, you good Autobot unit. Go wreck those cons. You're the pilot of the Tornado? Well, if you guys for those who aren't aware, I've got another series alongside Sonic and the Autobots called Tornado Squad, which is heavily inspired by Top Gun, which is my favorite movie of all time. So if you guys haven't seen that, go check it out. I'll admit, it's kind of old at this point. It's like, the quality isn't as good as you'd see in Sonic and the Autobots, but I do plan to return to Tornado Squad eventually. I'm planning to bring the series back because, like, I didn't really give it the ending it deserved, and now that I'm much more experienced in animation, I found out some ways I can sort of finish the series off properly. So I would like to bring that series back again, because I do love it a whole lot. It's very, like, no one really knows about it. Like, when you compare the view count of Tornado Squad compared to Sonic and the Autobots, it's, like, nothing. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, here we go. My favorite song of all Sonic songs. Did you see the Top Gun Maverick movie? Yes! Roland, I saw Top Gun Maverick 5 times in the cinema. What more can I say? The movie is amazing. Like, guys, and people often ask me, what's better, the first Top Gun or the second one? Guys, there is no preference. They're both the best movies ever, in my opinion. Let's see, Prime or animated? If you're asking which one I prefer, I prefer the style of TF Prime, but I think I probably might give it to animated just because that's the show that got me into Transformers in the first place, so that one's got a very special place in my heart. But that's really the only reason. Like, I still think G1's probably my favorite Transformers show just because I've got the most memories with that. You know, even though I didn't grow up in the 80s, I watched that a lot when I was a kid with my cousins. So, and you know, it's got my favorite version of Optimus in there, so what more can I say? Like, G1 Optimus has done a lot for me in my personal life. I still watch Tornado Squad all the time, and it still inspired me. Oh, thank you, Keyseek. That's really kind to say. Because as far as I'm aware, no one else, well, with the exception of a few people, no one else has really seen it. Let's see. But, yeah. But yeah, so I appreciate those that have seen Tornado Squad, because it does have a special place in my heart, and a lot of love did go into it. So, if you guys haven't seen it, I'd appreciate if you go check it out. Like, you know, compared to the episodes of Sonic and the Autobots that have, like, you know, over 100,000 views each, like, you know, Tornado Squad's barely just got a couple thousand, so I would really appreciate that if you guys would go check that out. There's a lot of love went into that series. As I said, it's pretty ancient, like, in regards to quality, but I do plan to, you know, return to it eventually. Maybe this year, hopefully. I've got a lot of things planned for this year, so we'll see what happens. But I would like to maybe, sort of start working on it again at some point this year. So we'll have him sit here, that's good. And we'll just get his head up. And we'll get Air Raid and Jetfire in here in a bit. Rui, what's your favorite Sonic game? That would be Generations. Although it wasn't my first Sonic game I played, that was the game that properly roped me in on the franchise. Like, I became curious about the, thanks to that game, I became curious about the games on the Genesis, the Adventure era, and yeah, so, frankly, if I hadn't played Generations, I probably wouldn't have become the hardcore Sonic fan I am now. Just remember that there's a thin line between being a hero and being a memory. G1 Prime. Not gonna lie, tempting to animate this line with Prime and 3 main hedgehogs. Oh! Well, if you want to do that, Mr. Lerpack, by all means, go ahead. And if you do make it, tag me on Twitter. Because if you've got a Twitter account, which I think you do, but yeah, I would love to see that. Look at this. Oh, you saw me in QT Cat's stream. Yeah, I pop in to watch Daniela every now and then. Well, I do that with a lot of people. Like, I pop into Sasso's streams, I pop into Sonic Song 182 streams. Like, sometimes I can't catch every stream because I'm kind of busy, but, you know, I do like to pop into streams when I can. Wow, I've never been in a live chat before. You're actually a really nice guy, Rui. Oh, thank you, Noah Gisler. Apologies if I said that last name wrong, but yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it's a really nice thing to say. Okay, now let's get, let's see. I think he'd enjoy meeting, Air Raid and Jetfire. Okay, so we'll get Jetfire first. Here he is. Got a Twitter account, yes, but it's private personal reasons. Oh, that's fair enough, Mr. Lightpack. Yeah, that's fair enough. Also, guys, if you see this model, disregard this arm here. It's just a little thing. Normally, I can attach it at the end, but it's not going to be visible in the frame, so I'm not really going to worry about it. At least I'm going to try and not make it visible in the frame. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I grabbed the wrong route. I see. I see how it is. So, Jetfire is pretty big. Shrink it down a bit more. Maybe. So it's hard when they're not actually, you know. So I want, nope, I want this one here. Okay. Again, these War for Cybertron models are kind of hard to deal with because, as you guys can see, they've got lots of other controls for other things. Which, I mean, I'm glad they exist, don't get me wrong, but I brought these guys into Blender and it was so much easier. Like, look, I can't really even bring these guys underground because of... Wait, hold on, what happens if I bring this up? And drag this down. Nah, same problem. It's like, as soon as they get too low, they can't, you know, be in view. Which sucks. Yeah, they're not perfect, but anyway. But nope, that's his wings. That's his wings again. Okay, that's another body. Where's his next spine control? Is this seriously it? Just this one? Does he not have another one? Oh, okay. Yeah, hopefully when I import Jetfire into, yeah, shrink him down a bit. Jesus, dude. This is proving... Okay, you know what? I might actually, adjust the angle a bit. Just raise it up to here. There we go. And I'll do a bit of shuffling this way. Easy if I do this. Oh, he's not quite in line yet. Can you do Shadow the Hedgehog series, please? Because Shadow's my favorite character in the Sonic franchise. What are you talking about there, Sharuto? Like, do you want me to do a render of Shadow, or are you talking about me bringing Shadow into Sonic in the Autobots? Because if you guys haven't seen the trailer already, Shadow has been confirmed. He's going to be in the series. Let's see. Was that Air Raid model from Earth Wars? Yes, it was, Nova. I'd rather have the one from War for Cybertron, but I can't find it anywhere, so unfortunately not. And again, I know lots of people ask me certain things like, why do I use G1 Optimus but Fall of Cybertron Ironhide or something? It's because, guys, I don't have access to models from every single thing. I'd rather it all be consistent, but unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of like a full-on team that can make G1 versions. So again, like, Like, I think some people don't really realize that the series, it's a fan project. It's not an official thing. Like, I don't have a big budget like other, you know, like studios do. But I mean, you know, whatever. Alright. I think he's asking you to do a series based on Shadow. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I do love Shadow a lot. He is one of my favorites, but ultimately, I think I've got enough series planned, to be honest. So, at this rate, probably not. But still. We'll never know. Maybe, again, Shadow will appear in a lot of my content. Like, definitely don't want to leave him out of things, but yeah, he won't really... If I'm going to do, like, a solo series on Shadow, that's probably not going to happen. I'd rather dedicate my time to other things that I'm more passionate about. Now let's quickly get this fixed up a little. There we go. Again, this model doesn't have shape keys either, which kind of sucks, but anyway. Let's see. What's a movie that you have a huge soft spot for despite seeing all the flaws for? For me, it's probably the first Cars. Yeah, probably the same. I love the first Cars movie. Like, that was the first movie I think I ever saw, actually. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to agree with you on that one, Zach. That one's probably my favorite. Because that is still my favorite Pixar movie, and yes, I know what you mean. It's got a lot of flaws and everything, but I still love it a whole lot, and yeah, it's probably never going to change. Do you have Thundercracker and Skywarp? I do, Steven. Yes, I do. Have I seen Transformers Earthspark? Yeah, I have seen Transformers Earthspark. Sorry, I had a mental blank there. But yeah, it's a pretty good series. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but, no, whoop. There it is. I wouldn't say it's perfect, Transformers Earthspark, but I kind of like the direction it's going. I'm pretty curious as to what the next batch of episodes will contain, but, we'll have to wait and see. Here's Air Raid. This model's, like, way bigger. Man, scaling models in SFM is not as easy as it is as per se in Blender. If you guys can't tell, I've been spending a lot of time in Blender lately. Like but again, that just kind of showcases how badly I kind of want to make the full transition. But anyways. So I'm just curious, is there control in the middle there? No, there's not. The Cars 2 for me. I actually like the idea of a James Bond like Cars and character. Yeah, I'll admit, I know lots of people really slam Cars 2, and I'll admit I can see why. Like it wasn't as good as say the first and the third, but you're not alone though, Mr. Lopac. I kind of like it as well. Like the espionage side and everything is great, and I think lots of people like that idea. But I think people would have just preferred it if Cars 2 was like a spin-off film, because the focus was more so on Meta rather than Lightning, and like, you know, the focus wasn't really on racing. It was more so like on the espionage. So I think people would have preferred it if it was like a spin-off or something. But that's just the way I see it. Does he have finger controls? Yeah, he does. You're a great animator, by the way. Oh, thank you, Noah. That's really kind. I know I'm not a professional animator, but I do the best I can. If I can entertain somebody, that's all that really matters. Alright, this one looks pretty good to me. Let me just get the light here again. Now, I fixed Air Raid's face, but as far as I'm aware, he doesn't have any facial controls. No, he doesn't. How long have we been streaming for? I haven't checked in a bit. Just an hour. Wow, we're actually doing pretty well with the renders here. We've still got like an hour left. Okay. I'll call this one Ace Meet... Right here. Ace meets Aces. So those who don't know, an ace, like, you know, an ace pilot. can see why it gets slammed for focusing on more on spy espionage rather than motorsport. And this is coming from a cars enthusiast who also likes motorsports, especially Formula Drift. Yeah, that's I agree. Like, I mean, I'm a big Formula 1 fan, so I know what you mean. I can see why it threw a lot of people off, but still, like I said, like I think it would have been better as a spin-off film rather than the necessary second one. Which Titan boss is better, Giganto, Wyvern, or Knight? Probably Knight in my opinion. Like, I mean, that's one. It can be a bit tricky, that one, but I like the concept of it a whole lot. So yeah, I'd probably give it to Knight. Have you seen the trailer for Sonic Prime Season 2? Yeah, I have, Metal. We were talking about that not too long ago. I'm quite excited for it. I'm hoping it'll be better than the first season. But to be fair, I don't think it's necessarily a Season 2. I think it's more so like like the next batch of episodes, because it's like a 6-episode series, really a season? I don't know. But I just noticed that streaming services have been doing that a lot lately. Like they sort of release it's like release the first batch of season 1 week, and then they wait 3 months, and then they release the next batch. I'm like, why not just release it all at once? Like, I don't know. Do you like Five Nights at Freddy's? Not really, Sharuto. I mean, I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's, but I'm not a horror guy. I really don't do horror. But yeah, like the only horror games I've really played are Left 4 Dead 2, if you'd count that one, and The Forest. Actually, me and my mates started playing that again recently, because I found out actually there's a sequel to The Forest came out earlier this year, back in February, that I was not aware of, and it looks really good. So yeah, I might have to give that a try at some point. Let's see. But anyways, if you guys have any suggestions, I don't have any more random suggestions, because as far as I'm aware, we don't have any more lined up. So if you guys have got some ideas, fire them at me. I mean, I got the one Michael suggested, but I'm supposed to do that. But if you guys, after that, we haven't really got anything else. So if you guys got any more suggestions, fire them at me, by all means. Alright, so we'll do this whole, thing that Michael suggested. It's sort of me doing like a 007 thing toward the camera. See, I have to say Giganto, Wyvern, there's too much parries, and I felt too much like ring around the rosy. Yeah, that's fair enough, Minty Tails. Like, I will admit, Giganto's definitely, if you just really like to beat the snot out of things, like if you're someone who just likes to beat the snot out of things, then Giganto's the way to go. But still, like, I think, like I said, I think maybe like in regards to like that idea, I would say Giganto's my favorite, but in regards to concept and overall spectacle, I'd probably give it to 9. Plus, Find Your Flame's my favorite song in Sonic Frontiers as well. I really just want to see Yorosi with the stupidest smile on his face, what, like an evil sort of thing. I don't know how that sounded through the mic, but we just wanted to look like a psychopath, I assume. It's funny, I've seen my fair share of animes where they've got a bunch of psychopaths in there, so I kind of know what kind of face you're thinking of there, Michael. We'll see how I'll do this. No, let's see. Pixelated animations. If you're talking about me, Green TDA, I don't do sprite animations. Not really. I mean, I watch a lot of sprite animations, like Super Mario Bros. Z, Super Mario Bros. DX by Smashinity. Another one, Team Sonic Adventures by Lucas RPDJ, which is really good. So I love a lot of sprite animations. I just don't really make them. They're just not really my thing. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Michael Primes just came in. Hold on a sec. I gotta...
Go to hell and tell the devil I'm
Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Here we go.
What did I miss?
There you go.
What did I miss?
I'm sorry, I had to. Like, look, when you use Source Filmmaker, you've got the whole Team Fortress 2 library for dialogue, so I just kind of had to. Good to see you as always, Michael Prime. Do you know if Bendy and the Ink Machine, I mean the one that is not scary, if I'm being honest? I only know the one that is scary, so I don't know what else you're talking about, damn it. Nova? So do your OC doing the woo yeah baby, what? That's what I'm waiting for, that's what it's all about. What's that in relation to? Am I missing something here? Let's see. How about Ironhide holding Shadow upside down as a random random? Okay, I can do that, that's easy. Again, they can be as random as you guys want them to be. Just as long as they remain, you know, safe for work. I don't mind doing curse things, but so long as they're not, like, overly, you know, inappropriate curse, if you know what I'm talking about. See, voice acting audio? What voice was that? Yeah, for those who know, that was the demo man from Team Fortress 2. And that was just one line, and that's sort of what Michael Prime said in the chat. Demo man, what did I miss? I just kind of thought, I gotta use this, because for those who don't know, like, Team Fortress 2 is, again, was kind of like made in mind with this software, like, you know, being made on the Source engine and everything. So literally the whole Team Fortress 2 library is in this software, like dialogue, models, you know, weapons, particle effects. You know, it's all in here. The whole shebang's in here from that game. I've been playing a lot of that game lately, actually, particularly Man vs. Machine. Just because, I don't know, I think I was getting a bit sick of killing people, so in Team Fortress 2, so I switched to the PvE mode and started killing robots instead. Okay, I'm going to need to change his body a little bit here, because it looks a little bit too straight. And I'll move the camera in. Here we go. They're still got to pose the gun. Or get the gun in, mind you. Alright, let's get gun here. We'll get a Desert Eagle in here. Like, why not? Where is it? Right here. We'll go with the big Magnum. Like, if you guys saw someone pointing this big thing at your face, run. Predictions for Sonic Movie 3? Well, and we know Shadow's going to be in there, so I'm hoping it'll probably be something kind of related to Sonic Adventure 2, I guess. I hope they do Shadow right. I'm really hoping we'll get some Crush 40 in there, because if we don't get Live and Learn, or even any form of Crush 40, I'm going to throw a hissy fit. For those who don't know, I'm a big Crush 40 fan, so, you know, I think we need them in this new one. Especially if they're basing it off Sonic Adventure 2, but, you know. Okay, I'm going to bring the Desert Eagle back a little bit. There we go. So it looks a little bit more in his hand. Okay, it's still kind of ways out. Well, I mean, you can't really see it in the frame, but still. There we go. Okay, so I've nearly got the pose set up. Looks like Rui's trying to be Shadow. Maybe. Wish the War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron multiplayer service didn't shut down. Well, I think, yeah, I agree with you there, Noah. That was a real shame, but, I think, the fans are looking for a way to try and get them back up and going again, so, I don't know. That's what I heard from Johnny Flash, but, you know. Let's see. Back in episode 2, when Starscream complains about the plan failed when Megatron punched him, I was like, oh man, never gets old. I mean, technically it was more a slap rather than a punch, but still. I know that made a lot of people laugh when I did that one. Like, I just kind of thought, I've never seen Megatron just straight up, like, slap Starscream in the face. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And everyone seemed to like it, so I'm glad. Just trying to give you see the dumbest looking smile on his face the best you can, dude. So, a dumb looking smile. Let's see. Okay, so... What do you mean by that exactly, Michael? Let's see. So we'll get the eyes open. I got an idea. What if I do this? Give him like a good head tilt. Eyes down. Like this. Hold on, we'll see. Let's see, get that up. How about I just go with something like... I'll try the best I can, and I just go like... Oh. Oh my god, dude. That is crazy. What do you reckon, Michael? How does this look, huh? What do you reckon? You tell me, how does that look? Let's see. Would Bumblebee and Rise of the Beasts reboots the Transformers series? As far as I'm aware, Roland, yes, it is a reboot. You know, because Optimus, you know, he's on Earth now, and like, you know, before 2007. So yeah, it's pretty clear at this point it's a reboot. So you know, you can see. But yeah, like, as far as I'm aware, it's a reboot, and I don't think the Bay films are coming back, which I'm relieved for. I have to keep that man away from that franchise. It should be clear, I don't hate Michael Bay specifically. Like, I mean, I've seen some of his directing skills, and they're actually pretty good, but just for what he's done to Transformers, I can't really forgive him for. See, Michael, oh my god, yes. Alright, it's perfect then, it's perfect. Now let me get the light here. Actually, hang on, hold the phone. I got an idea. Let's go with, how about... How's this? Red light, we'll do that instead. It should be clear, guys, no, I'm not an actual psychopath. I would never kill anybody. Rui Psycho. Just might make this my new profile pic. Oh my god, dude. Revenge of the Fallen is the worst? I mean, I kind of liked a lot of the action sequences in Revenge of the Fallen, but the story was kind of, yeah. But yeah, I'd say Revenge of the Fallen, the action sequences were really cool, but yeah, the story itself was kind of shit. Which Transformers film would you say is the worst one? Oh, The Last Night, absolutely. I freaking hate that film. Like, probably, well, if it's not The Last Night, it's probably both Age of Extinction and The Last Night. Like, they're both just absolute bombshells. Like, can't effing stand them. They suck. The look on your face is hilarious. I'm thinking of making maybe this my new profile pic for Discord or something. Let's see. His neutral special, he wheeled a gun. Bro, if you make that your profile pic, I will die laughing. Well, I might make it then. Oh man, that was great. Alright, so I think it was Mr. Lerpack that suggested Ironhide and Shadow. So we'll do that one next. Let's see. Revenge of the Fallen would have been better if the Riders' Strike didn't happen. What happened there? A Riders' Strike? Did something happen? Because as far as I'm aware, like, I was not aware of any sort of strike, so fill me in. Again, I didn't get around to watching the live-action films till I was, like, 13, and that film came out when I was, like, you know, 9 or 10, so... But yeah, so... Anyways. Yeah, fill me in, was there some sort of strike or something about that? Because if so, I'd like to hear. Alright, up here goes Ironhide. We'll shrink him down a little bit. Like you're about to ready to do a crime. It was a joke, by the way. Yeah, I know, Kisik. I know it was a joke. Terminator, get to the chopper. Man, I should probably watch those again. Those are really good movies. I remember, remember Sasso put me onto them when I watched the first two, and yeah, really enjoyed them. I haven't seen the third or the fourth one yet, but I've heard they're kind of meh, so I probably won't really bother. But we'll see. So it's holding Shadow upside down, so I should be able to do something like this. We'll do this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move the camera in. It's funny. This is just like how Ironhide meets Shadow in like the series. Nah, I can't confirm that, guys. Anyway. Basically around late 2000, mid 2008, there's a thing called writer's strike, which a lot of scriptwriters went on a riot about something, which led to movies having non-proper scripts. Oh, okay. I was not aware of that. Again, but I was still pretty young at the time, so I wasn't really on social media around then. But yeah, so I can understand that now because I hear lots of people saying how if the writers hadn't been rushed, then they probably would have the Revenge of the Fallen probably would have turned out better, and that probably makes sense now when I hear you say that. That's what I remember about the whole 2008 writers' strike fiasco. Okay. Reason Silver won't be in the films is because it's no use. I mean, don't rule him out. Don't rule him out yet, because it's fine. Because I know some people are kind of hoping that after the third Sonic film, like I think some people who aren't particularly fond of the live-action Sonic films kind of wants the are kind of hoping that once the live-action trilogy finishes, that they'll reboot the series and go for an animated approach. And frankly, I wouldn't mind seeing Sonic in a new animated look. I mean, I like the live-action Sonic films. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of would prefer Sonic would be animated, because I think the key reason why the Mario movies completely destroyed Sonic at the box office was because it was animated, because it's much more appealing to kids. It's because that's the thing, is with the Sonic movie being live action, it's that would probably thrown a couple of parents off, because when you make a live action adaptation, that usually means there's gonna be a lot of adult humor in there and everything to appeal to an older audience. So and while Sonic was much more child friendly than say the Transformers live action films, I can still see why some parents would be thrown off by it. So, and I said this a couple of times before on streams and everything, but still. He's going to actually. It's funny, hearing this song reminds me of something that someone showed me a couple of days ago. Actually, yesterday, should be clear. I'm not going to say what, but yeah, something pretty cool that I was a part of. So you guys have to wait and see. So let's get his foot here. There we go. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to raise up Ironhide's arm a little bit. Yeah, this is reminding me an awful lot of the time when Optimus Prime found Sari aboard their ship in the first in Transformers Animated. But anyway. His leg isn't really doing it for me, to be honest. That'll do. Let's see. What do we have here? What are you guys saying? Well, we Crosshairs is Australian, right? So why didn't he... Oh, yeah. Like the Jurati. I mean, I don't know if Crosshairs was meant to be Australian or not. I'm not really aware of that. Was he? Because he sounded more like a pom to me. For those who don't know what a pom is. For those who don't know what a pom, that's what we Australians call English people. We call them poms. But yeah, so I'm not too sure if Crosshairs meant to be an Aussie or a pom, but you know, that would be kind of funny. Looking forward to Sonic 3, but also somewhat nervous for the same. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't go downhill from there, because sometimes films can do pretty well, and then like they can all just come crashing down. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but you know. Let's see. Shadow's being tortured by an Autobot? Yep. I don't really care if Mario crushed Sonic box office, as seeing both Sonic and Mario movie was a refresher. How much trash Hollywood's been putting out. I agree, Michael, yeah. Like, I don't really care that Mario trounced. I knew it was probably going to trounce Sonic anyways, because he's got a bigger following, but, like, I didn't really care. Like, you know, everyone's got their preference, and if people preferred the Mario movie, whatever. Like, I don't really care. Optimus, would it be fine if I terminate this life form? No, Ironhide, we do not harm an enemy, any Mobian life form. He's just like this hedgehog's really irritating. Can I take him out? I'm sorry, I can't do an Ironhide voice, but still. Yeah, it's funny. Ironhide, you know we don't harm Mobians. What's is with you? Well, I'm just saying we could, Bram. It's an option. 2007 film reference there. Yeah, I'll admit, like, despite my opinions on the Bay films, though, I really did like Ironhide in those movies. I mean, I felt it would have been better if he was red rather than black, but, like, to be more reminiscent of Generation 1, but still, his personality was on point for me. He was definitely one of my favorites, and I was really devastated when he got killed off in Dark of the Moon. Thanks, Sentinel. But even then, like, you know, like I said, you know, again, I don't really, you know, I'm just glad that the films for Transformers are going in a new direction now. But yeah, I'm just glad Hollywood's finally getting, as sort of Michael was saying, I'm glad Hollywood's just getting better with movies now. Like, we got the new Sonic movie, you know, Top Gun Maverick came out just after that, and that was, oh man, guys. Like, I've never cried in a theater before, but that film nearly made me cry tears of joy. It had been so long since I had seen a movie that good. Like, for those who haven't seen Top Gun Maverick, or even the first one, go watch it, guys. I'm sure you will not be disappointed. They've got the perfect blend of comedy, action, drama, and romance, with neither one being overpowering. It's all perfectly balanced. Let's see. The Mario movie, I think, could have genuinely been good if the film was entirely about Mario and Luigi's bond. Also, were you not fond of it, Zach? That's fine. I actually know quite a few people who weren't particularly fond of the Mario movie, which is understandable. Like, again, everyone's got their own tastes and everything. Like, if someone were to ask me what, like, if I were to compare the two Sonic movies and the Mario movie, if someone were to ask me what I preferred, like, I prefer, like, the Sonic movie 2 takes the top. I'd put the Mario movie above the first Sonic movie, though, because, honestly, watching the first Sonic movie, comparing it to the second, you realize how much better the second one is. Like, the first one, I don't know if I'll watch the first Sonic movie again, to be honest. It's kind of meh now, to be honest. Just because I kind of realized it's just Sonic, you know, and that's it. It's like a whole buddy film. It's not really Sonic-y, if I'm honest, with the exception of a few things. But, you know. I just see the Mario and Sonic movies as not so much competing against each other, but more so competing together against... Yep, I agree, Michael, I agree. Because, honestly, they've shown how video game adaptation films can be done right. Like, because I know before they came out, most video game adaptations hadn't been overly good. So if anything, that's kind of given, like, you know, video game adapted films a new light, which I think is really great. And to be honest, like, you know, the whole Nintendo or whole Mario versus Sonic and, you know, Nintendo versus Sega thing isn't really, you know, it's not really as big as it used to be back in the day. Like, you know, Nintendo already won the console wars, so, like, I don't think they really fight as much as, you know, they used to. Like, I know people try to like, up the ante and everything, but, you know. Actually, real quick, I'm actually gonna, so this is pretty much done, but I'm gonna get a different shadow model real quick, because this is actually the wrong one. Whoops. There he is. Shadow, we'll get this one. And quick fix, just copy this, and get rid of you. Here we go. And yeah, we'll just get him like, Let's see. Yeah, I believe the main reason why Ironhide was black instead of red in the OG trilogy was because for technicality stuff, hence why Ironhide was black and Optimus leaned for more of a blue color. Yeah, that's true, Mr. Leftback, because, like, again, there was probably, like, limited the vehicles they had, and they probably couldn't get, like, a red version of the Ute that Ironhide transformed into. So I understand that, really, like, and like I said, that was my only complaint about Ironhide. Other than that, like, his design was one of the better ones, you know. The idea of him being the weapon specialist was cool. And, he, like I said, his personality was on point. His voice was really fitting as well. So, like, you know, what more can I say? Ironhide was near perfect. But anyways, let's get this done. This looks so... Guys, this looks so comical. Let's see, I'll call this one here Ironhide caught a hedgehog. There you go. I don't know how he caught Shadow, but hey, he caught him. Which is better, Pepsi or Coca-Cola? I'm gonna say Coke just because I don't have Pepsi often, but I don't really care, to be honest. It's funny that some people get really amped up about what's better, Pepsi or Coke, because it's funny. I'm gonna tell you guys a little story here. It happened, I think, New Year's Eve 2 years ago. I went out to a pub with some mates, like, to watch some fireworks. One of my mates asked for a Jack Daniels mixed with cola, and they didn't have that. So the bartender asked if a Jim Beam mixed with cola would be okay, and he had an existential crisis at the table. It was so funny. Oh my god, guys. I love hanging out with my mates. They're so fun to be around. But yeah, it was... It's interesting. So again, like, yeah, it wasn't like the whole... It's like some people, like, they may be like the same thing, but some people really just can't stand it. Optimus' reaction to when Molly gets his own film. What? Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I think Prime deserves his own film, but anyway, we'll see what happens. I still think Genshin Impact cheated. Sonic Frontiers should have won. Maybe Minty Tails, but honestly, I've just moved on from that at this point. When it comes to the Game Awards and things, I don't really, you know, I'm not too picky about it. Like, if it doesn't happen, I don't really throw a hissy fit. Like, you go back to 2019 Game Awards, I was quite miffed that Ace Combat 7 didn't get nominated for Best Soundtrack. I would have been okay if it didn't win, but if it did, the fact that it didn't get nominated really annoyed me, because that soundtrack is one of the best game soundtracks I've ever heard, so, you know. Is that Shadow first meeting Ironhide and Sonic in the Autobots? Not exactly Kano the Green Warrior. That was a suggestion, and I just made it. So it's not the canonical way they meet. I'm playing Sonic Forces right now, and it's so much fun. Oh, I'm glad you're having fun there, Noah. It's actually kind of fun to play games like that sometimes. Like, I don't know, maybe I could, because you guys could probably see my OC in action in that game, so maybe I should do a Forces stream one day, but we'll see. The whole Coca-Cola versus Pepsi debate is dumb. We all know the real soda is Sprite. Michael? You have my full respect, mate. Sprite is the best. Like, when it comes to sodas, or soft drinks, as we call them here in Australia, yeah, Sprite's my go-to, to be honest. But, anyways, let's see. We got any more suggestions from you guys? Let's see. I think Metal said we'll save other 2 epic renders for the other stream. Well, we've still got half an hour, though. We've still got half an hour left, so if you guys want to give me another render, that's totally fine. I think, Metal, the other one you suggested was Devastator and Menasor versus Supersonic and Super Shadow, I think, right? I'll do that anyway. Yeah, that's just a cool concept. Let's see. I see, Michael. Aye, Sprite, superiority. Yes, absolutely. I'm glad we've got a lot of Sprite lovers in here. Let's see. Shadow, I'm not amused. No, he would not be Michael Prime. No, he would not. He's still angry about Zane leaving on these. Oh, wait, what? Sprite is my second fave behind Pepsi. That's fair enough. Sprite is go-to, especially from McDonald's. I mean, every time I go to Macca's, I always get a Sprite from there, so what more can I say? If those who don't know, we Australians call McDonald's Macca's. Sprite is the best here. We've got a lot of Sprite lovers in here. Nice, that's great. Alright. We'll do one more. But we'll get we'll do Devastator and Menasor versus Supersonic and Super Shadow. Where is that? There he is. So we've done a few with these guys today, haven't we? With the combiners. Alright, so we'll do Menasor. There we go. Okay. Sonic versus Rui, who's the strongest? I think probably in hand-to-hand combat green, that would come down to Sonic, but if it was in a dogfight, oh man, my OC would trounce Sonic. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. I know Sonic technically has a plane, and I think, you know, technically Sonic can fly a plane, but nah, he would not be able to predict what my OC could do in the air. Just saying. Okay, where's Supersonic? Whoops, don't crash on me, please. Thank you. Okay, Supersonic's here. Okay, I need to move these guys out of the way. Beaming through the clouds. I'm good for now. I've made my request of the month. I'll give others a chance. Oh, that's very kind, Minty Tails, yeah. Most of yours do relate to Tails, but that's fair enough, I guess, if he's your favorite character. Now, I get Shadow again, because technically with Shadow, it's just a skin retexture. But in the meantime, let me get the camera up properly. Here we go. Alrighty. So actually, I'll get Shadow out of Sonic there. Okay, let's see. We'll get Devastate. So where's this route? There it is. Get him onto the ground. Here we go. And what I'll do, actually, let's get some... Yeah, here we go. Set body groups. Left arm. Wait, nope, that's not what I want. Whoops. Whoops, disregard that. Set body groups. Where is it? Ah, shoot. Give me... Whoop. Nope. Give me that one back. Let's see. I want the left hand. That's what I want. There we go. Let's get the drills on him. And get this one there. There we go. Isn't that just regular Shadow? Hold on, Nova. Let me fix that for you. Set skin. I believe is it 3, I think? Yes, it is. There we go. Super Shadow's fixed. Should Devastator and Menasor be bigger than that size? They will be, Michael Prime. I can't up them. I think what the creators of the mod did, though, or all the models, they just made them a bit smaller, so it wouldn't be like it wouldn't chew up all the so much memory. Because that's the problem with the Titan models from Sonic Frontiers. They've got like smaller ones which you can scale up and down. They've got the like in-game size ones which really chug your game. Let's see, what kind of pose am I gonna do here? I think I'm just gonna, I'll do an angle here. Actually, you know what? I think I'll do Sonic and Shadow first because I know what I want to do with them. Get them like right here on the camera. Let's see. Super green. See lots of people going super in the chat with the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Very funny, guys. Just take it easy with the emojis. If you want to go super, that's totally fine. I'm willing to accept that, but yeah, just bear in mind that, guys. Okay, so we'll get Sonic here. Here we go. This might probably be the last one we do for the day, because this is a bit of a bigger render, but we'll see how we go. Let's see. Here's an interesting question. Which TF Devastation boss is your favorite and more challenging? Probably... If you're talking about the combiners, I'd say Menasor, but I kind of like the one where it's the both of them, honestly, where it's both Devastator and Menasor, because that one's really fun. Like, it's definitely challenging, but you know, you're there with your whole Autobot team, so I think that to me is just the best one. And I would love to do a stream of Devastation, but I don't have a capture card because I do have Devastation, but it's on the Xbox. It's not on Steam, unfortunately, or on PC, which sucks because I would love to stream it for you guys, because that game is really fun. Let me just get his arms in place like this. You're the best Sonic YouTuber ever? Oh, thank you, Noah. That's really kind. Let's see. Did you hear about Super Silver and Sonic Forces Speed Battle? I did, actually. And I've said this time and time again, I do technically have Sonic Forces Speed Battle, but I haven't played it in like 2 years or something like that. Again, I don't really do mobile games, to be honest. Like, just because, like, you know, I prefer to play actual video games rather than, you know, games on your phone. Like, oh man, I've seen some of the cool updates that have been going into Forces Speed Battle, so sometimes I have felt tempted to pick it up again, but still. I see a bunch of it's over 9,000 in the chat. Good Dragon Ball Z reference there. Alright, let's see. Supersonic fighting Decepticon Titans, legendary. Well, I mean, technically, the real Titans of Transformers would be the Trypticon and Metroplex, in my opinion. They're the real Titans. And that would be, man, that would be interesting to see, like, you know, Supersonic versus, like, Trypticon or something, because, man, Trypticon is, like, way bigger, for those who don't know. And Trypticon, like, is, like, way bigger than the Titans from Frontiers, so that would be real interesting, in my opinion, to see how that would go. We'll get his eyes open, even though he's facing the other way. We'll still open his eyes up. Okay, we'll do this, this. There we go. Oh, we just wanted to let you know that your Transformers X Sonic episodes have been an absolute blast to watch and go back to. Both franchises invaded my brain. This series is amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Bloopy Chaos. That is really kind to say. Again, I'm really glad lots of people are really enjoying the series, because I never intend, because it's really kind of surprised me how big the series has become. Like I never intended it for it to become as big as it has. Like, you know, get several views, but like, you know, because each episode's now got over, like, it's got like 6-digit numbers in regards to views, which is ridiculous. So again, thank you guys so much for that. But still, it's never something I intended. And yeah, you guys have just been legends and just really shown a lot of love and support for it, which is great. Alright, so for Shadow we'll do this here. Give him a bit of a different pose than Sonic. God, 15 minutes left here. This will probably be the last one we do, I think. The ring there. You and your team deserve to take as much time as you need when making this series. I wish you the best of luck for what you create next. Loving the story you have for them right now. Oh, awesome, yeah, and I appreciate the respect for the time there, Bloopy Chaos, because yeah, as I've said time and time again, you know, like you know, this stuff does take time, and episode 4 is going to be, well, the script itself is quite a bit bigger than the other episodes, so this one's going to take probably a bit longer than the others, but it will come. It will come, guys. I love working on the series, so it's definitely not going anywhere. And, you know, my team is all really committed to it. I know that much, so, yeah. So, basically, I am super, so, yeah. I cannot wait to show you guys more, but, yeah, just bear with me, and, well, it takes a while. But, it's funny, it's interesting, because, like, you know, lots of people, I think, don't fully understand how long animation takes, which, I mean, I don't really, and, I mean, I'm not to call those people out or anything, I'm just saying, like, you know, I get lots of people asking me, where's episode 3, or where's episode 4, where's episode 4? Like, it's crazy, I know lots of people ask me, like, as soon as episode, like, literally the day episode 3 came out, and, like, lots of people are like, so where's episode 4? And then people would reply to him, like, mate, he just uploaded episode 3. You're already asking for episode 4? Like, and whilst I'll admit, guys, now look, I should be clear, guys. I appreciate those of you guys who stick up for me and say, like, yes, and who stick up for me and say, hey, this takes time, give him some break. I appreciate that, guys. And I don't mind you guys saying that, but, like, you guys sort of, you know, sticking up for me saying animation takes time, you know, give him a break. I appreciate that, but, just make sure if you do that, just don't get abusive or aggressive with it. Like, just kindly say, look, he said it takes time, it'll come, just be patient, sort of thing. I don't mind you guys doing that, but yeah, just make sure you don't get aggressive or you know with it. I hope I made myself clear there. But yeah, because again, I've got no idea when episode 4 will drop. Hopefully before the year ends, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Like, I've got lots of things planned in the meantime while we wait for that to come. And as I've said before, like, I actually kind of like it when it's downtime between the episodes because it allows me to work on other content instead. Because if I were to work on Sonic and the Autobots like 24/7, I would get burnt out real quick. So it allows me to work on some other stuff that I like to work on. So I'm not sure if there'll be an animation out next month, but there should be one. I've got some stuff planned for maybe August, but we'll see. Bring Shadow's arm in a bit here. Actually, I'll bring it up. Let's move his quill up a bit. It's back right. That's what I want. Here we go. These arms aren't really up enough. There we go. Jeez, whoop. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. Don't stress, it was nothing if you did. Let's see. Man, Super Shadow and Super Sonic would never stand a chance against Devastator, you coward. Wait, what? You saying Super Sonic and Super Shadow would never stand a chance against Devastator? I don't know, mate. Regular forms, maybe not, but super forms. Have you not seen Sonic Frontiers? I gotta go now. See ya. No problem, Minty Tails. Thank you for hanging out for most of the stream. We're nearly done here anyway, so you've hung out for most of the time, so yeah. I appreciate you for doing that. So again, I'll probably move this out a little bit. There we go. Just to get a better view. Okay, and now we can start working on the combiners. I'm gonna have to leave this stream. It has been a blast. Experienced tons of views. Hope you deserve the channel. Oh, thank you so much, Noah. And yeah, have a good day. And if you guys need to leave, that is totally fine. I know you guys have like other things to do. One of my favorite tracks, Rooftop Run. Yeah, Rooftop Run, that is a good one, isn't it? Let's see, where's his head? No, it's his jaw head. There we go. But we just realized in Tiff Devastation, how come there are only 5 Autobots and a lot of Decepticons? Isn't that a little unfair? Good point there, Nova, but I think the reason why there was just the 5 of them was because they wanted to probably pick out, of course, it's a game, mind you, and they probably would have wanted to maybe include more Autobots, but ultimately, if you add multiple characters like that, it can be kind of hard to deal with. Like, when you look at, the way they did, War for Cybertron, for instance, like, you know, it was a new character per level, but, in this case, with Devastation, it was a bit different, so, you know, and even then, when you look at G1 Transformers, like, you know, not every Transformer is in the episode. Well, not every single character is in the same episode. Like, some characters, you know, some show up, some others don't, so it's, you know, I don't really have an explanation for it, it's just the way it is. I feel like we hear this song a lot on stream. Fading World. Get this here. Alright, we'll just move that to here. That's good. Wonder if Super Sonic, Super Shadow, and Super Silver would deal with 2 Decepticon commanders. My bet. Team Triple S. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think these 2 alliance, Super Sonic and Super Shadow, could potentially defeat the 2 of them. But yeah, if it's 3 superpowered hedgehogs versus 2 combiners, nah, yeah, my money's all on the hedgehog. But let's get Menasor going now, and I think I might need to bring him up a little bit in size. Time for reason, don't show them mercy, go. Now get Menasor his sword as well. And you know what? Oh, actually, here's an idea. I'm gonna do something. Well, it's not really a meme, but it's a bit of a reference. The idea just sort of crossed my mind. Do this. I'm trying to see if I can match this pose. I wonder if someone will get what I'm doing here in a bit. I'll get his sword out in just a sec. But I want to get the pose lined up. Like, when I make renders, I don't really worry about locking items to their hands or anything, just because it's just a still. Okay, we'll do this. Needs to be a bit more side on. There we go. This is better. Lean him over a bit more. There we go. Okay. We'll see if someone can recognize what I'm doing here. I was hoping for a second game Transformers Devastation would come out because after credits. Yeah, I agree, Metal. I think maybe the plan was to make another one, but I don't know why they didn't. Like, I think Activision, like, I think they may have lost the rights to the Transformers games, but I'm not sure. See, actually, I'm going to need to widen his stance a little bit. It's not quite there yet. There we go. Gonna get going, hope the animation goes well. Yep, no worries, Zach. And I see Key6 heading out too yet. No worries, guys. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out for so long. Means the world. What do you think of Infinite theme song and Sonic Forces? Honestly, it's not bad. It's funny, when it first came out, Infinite's theme song, I actually thought it was pretty cool. But when I listen to it now, I'm not particularly fond of it. I don't know why, it's just, I think now it's just, I don't know, it just hits me a bit differently now. I don't think it's really as, it's not my favorite. I mean, if you guys like it, that's fine, but It's probably not one of my favorite Sonic songs. I mean, I'll take Find Your Flame any day. Because everyone, when that song came out, everyone immediately compared it to Infinite, said it was like the anti-Infinite song. And I kind of agree, because it does sound a lot like Infinite's theme. But yeah, Find Your Flame, in my opinion, was way better. That was a way better song. One element wait till someone gets the reference. Okay, do this. Sonic Forces is a D tier? Yeah, maybe. I'd maybe give it a C tier, but again, everyone's got their own opinions. And Forces is probably one of the most mixed games in the Sonic community, because I know some people who love it, I know some people who hate it, and I know people who, like me, are kind of like in the middle. Like, it had some good ideas and everything, and there were some good elements, but it just didn't really live up to all the hype surrounding it. Because I remember when that trailer dropped, everyone lost their mind, and then when the game came out, everyone's like, you know. Alright, there's that. Let's see, let's get this arm over this way, actually. Here we go. Alright, looking better. It's funny. Okay. Looks like we'll finish just in time. So we'll get his sword now, so let's just do... Whoop, don't misspell that. Here we go. Where is it? Actually, no, I'm just going to go right here. Let's just go Menosaur. Actually, no, hold on. I'm trying to remember what I typed. Sword, here we go. Here we go, this is better. No, it's side swipe. Here it is, right here. They tag team me or something? Not exactly. Interesting, kind of surprised. Well, I guess maybe it's a bit more of an obscure reference, but anyways. Let's get the sword here. Okay, the sword's a bit big, but that's okay. I can shrink that down a little. What about the song into Sonic Colors? Oh, you mean Reach for the Stars? Yeah, I like Reach for the Stars. That's a really good song. Like, Sonic Colors was one of the first mainstream Sonic games I played, so yeah, I like Reach for the Stars a whole lot. Particularly, I like the remix from Sonic Colors Ultimate. I prefer the original Sonic Colors as a game, but the remix from Sonic Colors Ultimate I prefer as a song. Not sure if that's an unpopular opinion or not, but that's my opinion, so deal with it. Okay, bring that down there. Looking good. But Sonic Generations is S tier. I agree with that one there. Generations is absolutely S tier. That is one of the best. I mean, it's my favorite Sonic game. I think it's arguably one of the best Sonic games. But what if I don't want to? Okay, I think Michael's got the reference now. I was wondering if Michael would pick up on it. I had a feeling he did. But anyways, so what if I don't want to? Yeah, that's fair enough if you didn't want to, Michael, but I'm not quite done with this yet. I'll tell you guys in a bit. Let's see. So that's Sonic and Shadow there. Now I'm going to get a smear effect here. This is particularly good for renders, so let's get this. Some of you guys may recall a couple of months ago when I did a random render stream, I did something like this, but for with another Supersonic fight I did, or another Supersonic render. Or what reference? Oh yeah, yeah. I see what you're doing there, Michael. I see what you're doing. Whoops. Oh, actually, no, I do need this open. Yeah. Let's see. Let's just. Where is it? Add overrides. There we go. And go here. I need to change the color of this to a yellow. Where's yellow? There we go. There we are. That's good. And I'll change this to fade. And did I put scale? No, I didn't put scale on. Where is it? 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 Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Am I blanking here? Oh, there we go. I just blanked there for some reason. I don't know why. I do that all the time. Back at your tier stream, you hate Sonic Lost World, then do you have an opinion of Zavok and the other Deadly Six? I wish they never came back, to be honest, Nova. like pretty much anything related to Sonic Lost World, I just can't stand. Like the Deadly Six were probably among some of the worst Sonic villains I've seen. They were okay in the Zombot arc, like in the IDW comics, but even then, I'd still probably, you know, I just kind of wish they would never come back, to be honest. Okay, so we'll get one here for Shadow. There we go. There we go, it's looking better. But now, real quick, we'll put a glow effect on him. I was just making a joke, and I'm told apparently that I see the reference. Like, what the heck, man? Oh, you don't see it, Michael? You don't see the reference? I'm not sure. Oh, you're very confused. You don't see the reference. Huh. Interesting. Well, I'll explain it then once we're done here. Actually, I don't need a model. What am I doing? It's just, I don't know. Anyway. So let's see. I need, let's see, game. Let's see, workshop. Articles. Where is it? Light arrow. Here we go. And glow. There we are. Drag you here. Okay, and we need to up the scale of this, of course. And we'll change the color to more of a yellowish. There we go. Radius. We'll go with 40. And 30. That's up to 60. See what that does. That's better. And what I'm going to do, copy this and paste it here. Because with two of them, the glow looks a bit better. I'm going to put it in front of him. How does this look? Yeah, it looks better. I'm going to copy both of these and drag them over to Shadow. And that should be better now. Actually, what would happen? Let me see. If I drag them there, what if I drag them in front? No, it's better when it's, like, there. Actually, what if I remove one of them? Let's see. Yep, that should be good, I think. Alright, I think this one's... Actually, no, hold on. I'm going to move Devastator a little bit, because there's a bit of screen room there. Here we go. There we go, looks better. So for those that didn't get what Menasor was doing, those that don't know, that's the signature pose of Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars. Like, that's the pose he often always did, particularly in the prequel films. So that's what the reference was. I just kind of was like, I don't know, Obi-Wan was just on my mind. I'm like, I'll just do it, what the hell. Alright, so let's just do here. Super, it was called Super Hedgies, why not? Super Hedgies, that's fine. There we go, that's a good one to end on. Yeah, there we go, 2 hours and 2 minutes. We finished pretty much perfectly. So that's pretty much while this is finishing up here, guys. So, let's see, but, what do you guys say in the chat? Why did I not notice that pose? Oh, do you see it now, Lurpak? Yeah, that's what the reference was. Maybe it's because of the angle, I'm not sure, but, you know, that's what the reference was, yeah. Let's see. Obi-Wan, hello there. Yeah, that's a classic meme. An all but a good one. See. Star Wars is also a great series everyone should watch. Noah, I'm gonna just quickly say, watch the George Lucas stuff. Forget what Disney's done. It's funny, we always come back to Star Wars on my streams, I don't know why. Like, I'm saying this, I can't stand what Disney's done, but if you guys want to watch Star Wars, watch the prequels and the original trilogy. Like, forget what George Lucas, not George Lucas. Like, you know, I'm loyal to George Lucas, so yeah. Go support the stuff he's done. But anyways, guys, before this drags on any longer, I'm going to wrap it up here. Let's see, thank you all for the request. This is fun as always. Yep, also, guys, real quick, tune in next week because there's I'm planning a pretty big stream next week, and there's a reason why. I'm not going to say much. I'll reveal more later on in the week, but yeah, so, basically just, yeah, so guys, so tune in next week. I've got some pretty big announcements, and also check my community tab. I'll be updating things there. And yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you guys then.